Okay, so I'm just checking if you can hear me. Okay, so I'm just checking. Great. So I just checked. I'm audible. So let me get started with this demo session on our digital marketing program. Uh, so let me just present first, and then we will get started. Okay, cool. So my name is Amitabh, and I am going to take you through this session. It's a 30-minute session, and I'll tell you what our digital marketing training program is all about, and what you can look forward to if you decide to join this program. And before I get started, I just want to let you know that you can ask me questions by putting it under the comments column on the YouTube page. So I'll just show you the YouTube page, which is where you are actually seeing this. So this is the page wherein you are actually seeing this. And I can see 5 people are watching it right now. And I'm sure a lot more people are going to join in. So you can actually put your question down in the comments column. And at the end of this session, I'm going to look up the comments column and I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to answer these questions. Okay. With that, we will just get started. Yeah, so what is our story so far? I mean, before we get into digital marketing, I would just want to talk a little bit more about who we are and what do we do, where are we based. So this company, AMP Digital, was started by a couple of us. Both of us have worked at Google before. And we are into digital marketing company. So we provide training. So we train people in digital marketing. And we also have another arm that takes care of execution. So we are an agency also, as well as we train. Now, why is that important? Why is it important that we also do these? Why is it important that we also practice? The reason is that digital marketing as an area is evolving very fast, and whosoever is teaching you something, they should also be implementing it, so that they have a very hands-on exposure to delivering what they are teaching in the classroom. So whatever we teach, whatever we bring to the classroom are all the learnings that we have gathered over the years, and we are still learning. Every day we are learning, and the way we learn is by working with different customers, different clients from various industries. So that's our learning ground, and then we go to the classroom, we share our learnings, we learn from people who are actually participants, because one of our core strengths is the wide network of participants that we have, because we have had participants from some of the best companies in India and abroad, and they're all very well placed. So that's one good part about our company. Till now, we have trained more than 10,000 people, okay, through 134 countries. And a lot of these large number, like 10,000 number, a lot of them has been through our online video-based programs. Like our programs are also hosted on some of the portals in the US, etc. So we get clients from across the world. But right now, the program that we are going to talk about is instructor-driven, which is that we will be taking you through our program, our sessions, which are going to be live, like the one that we are having right now, and you will have opportunity to interact and ask questions. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the platform. So currently you are viewing everything on YouTube, which is kind of broadcast, which is working like a television. But in the session, it's not like that. In the session, you will actually be inside. So I just want to show you our platform. So currently I'm actually projecting it live. So in the session, you will be inside the session, and you will be having an opportunity to talk, to ask questions, to interrupt, or whatever. So it's a one-to-many kind of conversation that we will have, not the one that we are having right now. This is just to demonstrate how this platform is going to work. Right, so that is the instructor-driven, and that's what we are going to talk about. Now, we have also done some MDP programs, like management development programs for business schools. We have been associated with one of the IIMs. I also am an alumni of an IIM. I did my master's way back in 1999. And so I keep going back to an IIM, to other business schools wherein we run these management development programs. We have done multiple corporate trainings, like we've done corporate training for companies like DHL, Idea, etc. Also, we have been retained by Google last year to train their premier SME partners. Now, Google has a lot of partners who go and sell some of their products, some of their advertising products. And one of the ways in which Google supports these partners is by providing them with training. So Google has hired our company to train some of them. And the segment which we were training was the premier SME partners. Again, Google has hundreds of partners, but we were responsible for training the premier, which are only 22 in India. So we trained some of those top partners of Google in account management and sales. So that's a little bit about us. We are based in Gurgaon, and and you can look at us as somebody who is into agency and who also conducts these training programs. Now, why digital marketing? And I'm sure all of us are aware today, digital marketing is not a black box anymore. As per a recent Times of Economic Times article, 1.5 million, which is like 15 lakh new jobs will be created in the field of digital marketing in the next 2 years. And I just came out of a meeting with a very, very large media house, and they were also telling me that digital marketing jobs are amongst the top 3 hot jobs currently in the market. So this is a growing industry. And if you look at the advertising industry, which also has television and radio and everything, while the rest of the industry is growing at 6, 7, 8, 10%, digital marketing is growing at 35% year on year. So it's an expanding industry. A lot of companies are getting on board, and a lot of offline advertising is shifting into online, creating more jobs. And that's what we are talking about right now, is how do we skill you, how do we upskill you so that you go out in the industry, or you change your job, change your stream, even inside your company, and do well. Or if you want to become an entrepreneur, how do you actually get the word out about your product? How do you drive online sales? How do you do brand building, etc.? All these things will be taught to you, or we learn together. And currently I also feel that digital marketing, or the tools that we do under digital marketing, is not only limited to marketing. The same tools, which is like social media, is now being used to do customer service. The same tools are also used for operations, if you're part of large operations company, because online and internet is helping speed up, helping improve productivity of a lot of jobs which are being done. So I also feel that whatever we are going to learn will not only be limited to marketing, will also have relevance to service and operations, sales, everything. So it's going to touch every part of the company that you are working in. So it's also about getting ready for the future. And so even though you are not currently into digital marketing, but also you never know, this is an expanding field, you would still want to understand what are the tools and techniques, how does it work, so that you are preparing yourself for the future. Also, one last and interesting thing which I mentioned here is that digital marketing can also provide you with a second stream of income. Even though, let's say you have a day job, now digital is something that can be done from home. And that's where, there's a huge market for outsourcing of work. There are huge platforms wherein people from across the world post their requirements, and anyone can bid for that and get that job, do it, and earn money. It's also a good way to create a second stream of income. And there are various ways of doing it, right from creating content, writing blogs, to working in social media, to creating and handling online advertising, to working in analytics, dashboarding, etc. So this is another revenue for you. Like you may have a day job, you may be doing very well, but you may still want to create a second stream of income, and that's what our course will help you do. So whether you are an entrepreneur already in marketing, not related to marketing, wanting to create a second stream of income, all these things can be achieved using our program. Now, what is our program all about? So let's get into the nitty-gritties. So our program is 4 months of intensive training in all aspects of digital marketing. And this 4 months, I've heard both sides of the story. Some people come and say, oh, this is pretty short. Some other people are doing for 6 months, 8 months, 12 months. And some people also have told me, oh, 4 months is very long. The reason we picked up about 3.5, 4 months long program is we felt that this is the right kind of time period, because digital marketing is also fairly in-depth. And what we teach you is not at a very basic level. We go really in-depth, we go advanced, we ask you to do certain projects and work on it. And those things cannot be internalized, cannot be learned unless and until you spend some time. And given the fact that all of us have a job, all of us are doing something, or all of us have something else to do also apart from digital marketing, I would expect that you would be spending some time outside of this. So that is one aspect. Now, could it have been longer, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months? Yes, of course. But the reason we wanted it not to be longer, because I know that people lose interest, And the way we have gone about is very intelligently picking out the right areas using methodology which optimizes your time. So we don't also want to waste your time. We also feel that everyone's time is very precious, and the way we spend our time should be very judicious. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. So there is no faff, there is no general gyan which will go out here. What we are going to give you is very hardcore stuff that we have ourselves learned over a period of time. Then there is other aspect also. I've heard a lot of people come and say, oh, there are hundreds of videos on YouTube. Why don't I just go and look up those videos on YouTube? I told them that, look, this is the point. There are hundreds, there are tons of videos. It's not that if you don't go for any program, you will not learn digital marketing. You will learn. But rather than 4 months, you may take 14 months. You may take 2 years, because there is a humongous stuff there. And to navigate through, to understand which is important, which is not important, will take some time. One. Number two is that we also have put in some structure. We also handhold you. And all those things YouTube will not do for you. So these are some of the basic advantages why you should go through a program like ours, because we provide handholding, we speak with experience, and we try to give you the maximum in a very short span of time. Now, sessions conducted through Google Hangout, like I was telling you, this is how we conduct our sessions. But currently, you are actually viewing through, Google. Currently, you are on, YouTube. But for the session, you will be like here. You will be here. This is our platform like. So currently, I have my friend Siddhi, who is actually a part of this platform. So if you are part of this is how it looks like, and I'll be able to share videos. I'll be able to share, my desktop, and you will be able to see what I am doing, and you'll also be able to participate. So this is how this thing looks like. It's very interactive. And Sibi can write on this whiteboard on the right hand side. He can speak up. All those things he can do, and we can interact as a group. Okay, so I'll take you back to the presentation. Yeah, so we take Google Hangout, and see, one of the aspects of using something like Hangout is that it puts also artificial constraint on the number of people. So we don't take more than 10 to 12 people for every program. So none of our program have more than 10 to 12. One of the reasons is that we feel that effectiveness for you to deliver effectively, for the trainees to understand what you're doing, if the class is more than 10, 12, there is a good chance that somebody will not be getting it. So we have limited our batch size to 10 actually. And we have never had a batch which is more than 10, and that's what we want to go forward. And also, it's also a limitation of the tool as well. So you know that, you're not going to be one amongst hundreds of people sitting in a classroom or sitting in an online session and going through, I can tell you that you are going to get some very, very close personal attention. So we want to make sure that you've learned whatever has been taught to you in the session. Apart from that, there are 20 modules that we cover through the online sessions, and of course there will be workshops, and these are all online webinars, and there are video-based content. So there's the pre-read, the pre-video to view. In the session, you have to do an exercise. Then after the session, another exercise, another project that you have to do on whatever we are doing. So there is enough work going on parallelly. And at the same time, I also challenge my participants to come up with whatever you hear and see and ask in the class, because that's where we stretch ourselves. You stretch your imagination, you also help me stretch myself, and both of us learn. Okay, so it's very interactive. We use various methods to ensure maximum learning for our participants. And the other difference, a lot of people come and ask me, also tell me, what is the difference between this company's program and your program? So one of the difference I ask everyone is the faculty, in two ways. One is that our entire program, A to Z, is done by me. There is one person. So that one person, when you work with one person, that person then understands you. What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. He understands, he can counsel you, he can guide you in terms of your career, in terms of connecting you with the right people in the industry, etc. While if there were some 10 people coming in for every session and going away, you don't build any personal rapport. That person may be great, your trainer may be the world's best trainer, but he may not connect with you directly because he was there only for 2 hours or 3 hours, and you're also sitting with 30 other people, right? So we don't have all of that. So one is that the one person, and second, I also tell you that and I'm not bragging, just that I've spent about 16, 18 years in the industry, 8 years with Google, and even the last 3 years has been with, so last 10 to 11 years I have been with the online and digital industries. I've also spent time working in sales, offline sales, retail sales, corporate sales, business development. I worked in education industry. So I've had some experience, and I worked with some of the best companies in the world. So I can actually pass on all that experience to you, all the connections to you. Okay. So I feel that one of the ways in which we are differentiating is by the faculty that we bring to the table. And that's one thing that you should compare the programs by. So here is a little bit more about myself. Like I told you, we founded this 2013. I worked at Google from 2006 to 2013, 7 years. My last role was head of global SMB services, and I headed one of the largest teams in Google India. I had a team of 300 plus Googlers, about 22 managers who reported to me, and we managed advertisers right from North America to UK to Australia to Singapore to India. Anyone who wrote in English, who spoke in English, was assigned to my team, and we managed their revenue. And at one point in time, my team was managing 40% of all SMB revenues, right, which is fairly large. After that, I have consulted with some of the best leading brands in India. I've worked with one of the largest kind of computer hardware manufacturers in India. We've set up their online sales process. I've worked with one of the largest consumer electronics company in India. We have managed their SEM, etc. Plus, we are also working with a handful of companies right now. So we have had that experience working with companies, training people. I've spoken at Fiki and some of the other platforms, trainer for Google's premier SME partners. So one of the other thing is that I'm personally engaged at a day-to-day level in whatever is happening. And I hope that all the experience that I gain, I am able to pass on and benefit each and every participant that comes to my programs. Now, these are the list of modules, just to tell you that we cover everything that needs to be covered in today's world. There's nothing that gets left out. Okay, so and I've actually divided it into 5 different parts. Each column is one part. So first is acquiring traffic. So it's not like digital marketing is all about acquiring traffic, different ways to acquire traffic. One is, free ways to acquire traffic, which is SEO, blogging, inbound marketing and content marketing, and affiliate. So that's one way to acquire traffic. Second is by online advertising, which is where we study search ads, PPC, SEM, display advertising, YouTube advertising, mobile marketing. Then, once the traffic is on your website, on your app, you would want to understand and measure their impact. So we are going to learn Google Analytics. We're going to learn KPIs and dashboards, how to build KPIs. What is ROI? How do you define ROI? How do you measure? Then we are also going to learn email marketing under this. Then after that, there is social media. Other way to get traffic is through social media. That is where we are going to learn Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest. Apart from that, we'll learn online reputation management, etc. So that's the social media marketing module. Then finally, we'll also understand how to improve conversions. So we'll understand what are goals, funnels, e-commerce, how to do testing like A/B testing, multivariate testing, what is landing page optimization, and finally, what is marketing automation. And apart from this, so this is the theory that's going to come out to you. So we are going to touch, and you are going to master each and every aspect of digital marketing in these 20 modules that I'm showing you. Now, here are some of the platforms that we cover, So all these 20 modules will be taught using the platforms like Google AdWords, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Quora, HubSpot, we are going to use for inbound marketing. We spoke about all this. Hootsuite is one thing we are going to use for our social media. Shopify, MailChimp for email marketing, and more. There are many more that I have not listed, but these are some of the platforms that you're going to learn. And I can assure you that after 4 months, all these will be on your fingertips. So anyone challenges you to work and create ads and manage ads in AdWords or do Facebook advertising or Twitter, you will be able to do that. Okay. Now, the other thing apart from learning is that Google conducts these certification exams. There are 6 of them that Google is conducting right now, and we'll provide you training and mock test for each one of them. So we have a platform, a testing platform called hunar.co/exam, and I'll send you an email, and you can actually sign up for that. It has a mock test, but that's the platform we are going to use so that you get enough practice so that you pass all these 6 exams that Google conducts and you get certified. These exams are free exams, so you don't have to pay anything. But at the end of the program, you should have all the 6 certifications that Google gives out. On top of it, we'll also prepare you for HubSpot inbound marketing. So you will become a HubSpot inbound marketer. Now, after this, we have career guidance. I personally make sure that whatever your career questions are, they get answered. Some people send me their CVs. They want me to look at their CVs. Some people also want me to connect them to different companies because they are looking for placement. So we do whatever we can in terms of finding the right job for you, finding the right placement for you if you need it. Okay, there is no guarantee. I would repeat, we don't provide any job guarantee. This is not a placement service. But because of our experience and connections in the industry, if there is any way we can help, we do. We also help you figure out how to source projects for freelancing. Like you can get through Freelancer, AdSense, affiliate. So we'll help you figure out if you want to do freelancing, how to do that. Okay. And also we have trained through our programs, we have trained hundreds of people, and I'm actually getting everyone onto our Facebook group. So we are creating a network, so you can actually talk to people, get connected, and then take your connection forward. Right now, this is how the certification looks like AdWords certification that Google gives out. It will have your name here. and it will say that, okay, you have passed this AdWords. If you do search, it will say search, it will say display, it will say mobile. So all those things will be here. Okay, so I'll just repeat a quick recap of what you should look up to. Hands-on learning with projects, Google certification, job assistance to the extent we can provide, career counseling. Then we have access to LMS. Like we have an LMS which has a lot of content that you are supposed to go through before you come to a session. All those sessions are video recorded, so for your future reference, so they are going to be there with you. Okay. Then faculty, I think, let me not brag about it, but yeah, good faculty, online, program, small batch size, personal attention, mock test, so we have a platform, like I told you, like exam platform that can simulate the exact testing environment, and you can see where you are, and we can have a discussion around how you should have answered the question. The idea is to help you get certified. Apart from that, we are also coming up with our own app, so that even after the program is over, you can use that app to be connected with whatever is happening in the digital marketing world. So it's not only those 4 months. Even after that, you will receive some material on a weekly basis that you can go through till the time our company is there. Okay, so some of the companies whose employees have gone through our program, I would say you pick top 100 companies in India, and the chances are that we would have trained somebody from that company. Okay, so now nitty-gritties. Next batch this Saturday, starting 7th of May, Saturday. So the timing is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3 hours every Saturday for the next 14 Saturdays. Okay, the regular fees is 48,000 plus service tax. We are giving a discount of 8,000. So if you want to enroll early, it will come to you at 40,000 plus service tax. Okay, so now before I sign off, I want to show you our platform so that you can actually test them out. So yeah, so here is so first one is our exams. So why don't I? Okay, so so you go to Hunar. So Hunar is our another kind of brand that we're using. So you can go to hunar.co/exam and sign up here. You will get a free diagnostic test that you can take. That test will tell you where you stand in terms of your current understanding. So here, so first thing you should do is register here, and then it's going to and you can take the test and do an analysis and understand where you stand. And there are like 6 sections of the test. It's a 1-hour test. You should do that. The second thing is our LMS, our learning management system, which is hosted at ampdigitalnet.com. Again, if you register, sign up here, and we'll assign programs to you. So you can go through all the programs. You can see all our programs. We also have some other modules that you can actually check out here. But the idea is that once you enroll, you can go through, you can see through all our programs from here. That is the second thing. Third thing I wanted to show you is our new app, which is coming up, which is hunar.co. So you can actually, if you go to hunar.co, you can see what that app is all about. Okay, and you can download. So currently it's available only for Android device, but you can actually download this app. This will give you free information on digital marketing and will keep you updated. Okay. Now this app is meant for people who have gone through some program. Okay. So so this will keep you updated about the changes which are happening to them. Okay. So with that, I have come to the end of this session. Now, if there are any questions, I'll be very happy to take them. And if you have questions, kindly put it at the bottom of the YouTube page. I'm just going to, I'm at YouTube page, like I'm just checking. If you have any questions, please put them here. Yeah, Priyanshu has a very wonderful suggestion that it's Gurugram now. It's not Gurgaon anymore. That's great. Thank you. I didn't know. Second is that how much salary to expect in a place like Delhi in digital marketing. See, I would say that a beginner salary will be somewhere close to 20,000 to 25,000. Like if you're a fresher, and then it goes up. Uh, every year, like there is a thing like. But for a typical team lead, you can expect about team lead is about 4 to 5 years of experience. If you are a team lead, then you can expect somewhere around 6 lakhs per annum, like 50,000. And then you can go. I think the best way to figure out what is the salary is go to a job portal like Naukri and see what is it that companies are offering. And last I looked up Naukri or things like that, there are about 24,000 jobs listed, but you can look by position, you can look for manager, etc. But that is how I would say that a starter job will be about 20 to 25,000 range. A team lead will be like 50 to 60,000 range. And when you become a manager, you get something like a lakh kind of a range. Okay, and then sky is the limit. Okay, so any other question? I'll be very happy to answer. Okay, so I'm still waiting. Cool. So if you don't have any questions, what I would suggest is that you can always write a mail to me, and I'll be very, very happy to answer any question you may have. So my email ID is amitabh@adsforgrowth.com. amitabh@adsforgrowth.com, and you can write me a email. Okay, so thank you very much.